If you've been thinking that you may not be able to make it to the topmost universities because of a low CGPA, my friend, I have the answer for you. Take a look at some of these cases, and I have thousands of cases literally. These are just 4 to 5 cases I'm showing you in this video that will boost up your confidence, help you understand how you, my friend, can still make it to the topmost universities out there even with a low CGPA. Let's get started. So we're going to go on to YMGrad.com admits and rejects page. You can actually reach it by using the decisions page over here, YMGrad, and then go on to decisions. This is the page we're looking into. What I did was, and this is how I did my research, because again, there's a lot of data that we have for you over here, but I set the CGPA between somewhere around, I would say more or less 6 to somewhere around 8. So you wanted to stay between this range of 6 to 8 essentially. And then I selected, okay, there should be only, profiles which have admits and all these things essentially. And I selected them. And then I looked at our own clients basically in the last 2 to 3 years. I wanted to give you cases which are concrete, which make sense. And these are voluntarily added by people. So you would know exactly what kind of admits and rejects we've been able to get people. So there's a lot of these over here. But I'm going to give you a couple, just a couple I'm going to show you. Let's start with Krishna's profile. A very beautiful profile over here for you I have. It's from mechanical engineering. Understand this person's journey in life. They have a CGPA of 6.59 in mechanical engineering and 2.3 years of work experience. And they have a master's degree. Also, they had an MBA, but MBA percentage was close to 65%. So none of these CGPAs were great actually. But with that, the IELTS score was good. 8 IELTS score and 322 was the GRE score. So both of these were actually quite decent. And they wanted to go for applied analytics, business analytics. If you see this profile, and each of these profiles basically they've worked with us. You can see every single one essentially. This profile, my friend Krishna over here was able to make it to the Columbia University, which is an Ivy League, as you already might know. Now, all these people, by the way, guys, you can actually message them, you can chat with them, you can see their resume. I'm not going to open it up over here because some people have privacy protections, which I'm able to bypass because I'm an administrator, but you can do that if you click on the resume over here. And you can see what kind of scholarship he got. He got actually $30,000 of scholarship with this profile. It's all about the kind of SOPs, the kind of essays, the kind of applications you submit, my friend. It doesn't only depend on CGPA. CGPA is important, but not everything. Another one, very important. The CGPA is a little bit higher, but the admit is much, much higher. You will see. Trust me. Stick around. So, BITS University, Sampada, went for electrical and electronics engineering, 7.86 out of 10 and 3 years of work experience. Now you see, she was targeting essentially finance, and look at the kind of university she was able to target. She worked with us. You can see we applied to some of the topmost universities, Berkeley, ASU, Columbia, and she got multiple admits, but the one that she has registered with us is this one, University of California, Berkeley, $12,000 of funding, and she actually studied there. If you check on her LinkedIn also, these profiles, my friend, these are the gems. These are the people who have been able to make it to some of the topmost universities, even with such a low CGPA. Now, it's not the lowest. I know this is almost close to 8. You might say that, hey, yes, this is probably 75%. This person has 7.8 CGPA. Yes, but the Berkeley University, understand this, University of California, Berkeley, it's very ambitious for this profile. Take a look at another one if you feel that that's not relevant. Tanay's profile, 6.4 out of 10. 1.5 years of work experience. We applied for Tanay twice in 2 terms. One term, he got some admits. He was not satisfied. He applied again after some experience. So 107 on TOEFL. GRE was 317. And look at the decisions over here. So first he got these, Rochester, NYU, UT Dallas. But then later on he gained one year of experience. And then after that, 1.5 years later, we applied again. Duke University he got. Duke University with $8,000 of funding. Duke University, one of the best. You can check the rankings. You can check the kind of people that get in. Check the kind of, tuition and, all these statistics are there for you. But at the end of the day, this is one of the best universities to be in. So the next one I have for you is Umang. And Umang's profile is also very beautiful in that he was actually from a tier 1 school in India, Indian Institute of Technology, so IIT, civil engineering, and had a 6.8 GPA out of 10. He had almost a very low work experience, close to 1 year by the time he was applying. And now it's basically different, but when he applied, it was somewhere around 7-8 months essentially. And he had one backlog as well that he had to clear. You can understand, with a profile like this, we worked with him, and you can see the services over here. We helped him not only with his applications, but also visa, research, everything. But if you see the decisions he was able to get, CU Boulder, again, quite a decent university over here. ASU, quite decent. Northeastern, which he finalized. So a lot of decent ones over here. Some rejections also, UMass Amherst, UT Dallas, Texas A&M. But at the end of the day, he was able to make it some of the best, some of the decent universities, I would say top 50 in the US, simply because his applications were good quality. Basically exhorting over here as well that you, my friend, don't worry about your low CGPA. You can still make it to some of the best ones. I have still more profiles for you. Saket's profile over here. Look at this one. Saket's profile is special. He actually studied from BITS, which is very good. He had ECE, but a 7 out of 10 GPA. Okay. And 1 research paper and almost 1 month of internship experience. TOEFL score he had was 111, which is decent. And GRE score 317, which is more or less average, but decent. And with that, he was targeting data science. We helped him in his applications as well, you can see. And we were able to get him into all of these universities. Drexel, SUNY Buffalo, NYIT, Syracuse, DePaul, Stevens Institute of Technology. Now, not all of them are impressive, but what's impressive is some of the universities even offered him a scholarship. SUNY Buffalo offered a $10,000 lump sum scholarship. Then there's NYIT, offered a $6,000. So even with a low GPA, essentially, you're barely surpassing 7, you're still able to get scholarships and enriched to decent enough universities. Trust me, if Saket had tried a little bit more ambitiously, might have even gotten a little bit better. But these are the cases, I'm telling you. Another one over here I have for you. Abhishek's case, very special. CGPA is a little bit higher over here. Now, some of you contest that this is not a low CGPA. I personally think that, look, it's towards the average, but still on the brink of the lower CGPA. So I wanted to include this case as well. 7.4 out of 10, computer science from Chandigarh University, 6 months of internship experience, you can say. Master's degree also he had, it seems, 7 out of 10, business administration from open university essentially in India. Yeah, it's not really very special degree. As you already know, you can do this sitting at home. TOEFL 102 and GRE 315. Everything on the profile is more or less average, maybe even a little bit below it. Look at the admits that Abhishek was able to get with us essentially, and you can see his services over here as well. We helped him not only with his visa, but also his applications. He was able to make it to some of these universities: Syracuse, Drexel, SUNY Buffalo, Stevens, Rutgers. Now, again, he had rejections from Northeastern, Stony Brook, Purdue, which are probably a little bit ambitious. But with that said, his admits were certainly there with scholarships in many cases. So he got Rutgers University, $10,000. He got Drexel University, which he finalized, $4,000. There's all kinds of universities which have offered him scholarships on an annual basis, even with a profile like this. So at the end of the day, yes, the profile isn't the best. Yes, he may not have had work experience or anything on his profile that really could have improved his chances. I mean, honestly, if he had added maybe some research papers, he could make it to maybe universities like Purdue as well. But with that said, it's still possible to make it to some of the decent universities with your profile over here. Top 60, top 70, even with this. Another example I want to give you, this one is special, my friend. This one has 7.5 out of 10, computer science, had 4 research papers. Now you see the difference with someone who has research papers versus someone who does not. And I want you to see this specifically because it's very important, is that you have an IELTS score over here of 7.5, GRE score over here of 301. Everything's average, right? CGPA is average. The only good thing is research papers. Now, see the difference. This person, Harit actually, and he also worked with us for the entire applications and everything. He made it to all of these universities, and you will be surprised, my friend. Look at the rankings of these universities. University of Melbourne, Monash University, some of the best ones in Australia, by the way. University of Technology, Sydney, RMIT, Deakin, Macquarie, Dalhousie, and he also applied to Canadian ones. As you can see, Concordia, there's, University of Ontario, Institute of Technology, York University, Waterloo as well. All of these admitted him, but York apparently gave him as good as a full funding, $61,000 of funding essentially. Now, as you can understand, my friends, full funding even with the same profile that the other guy had, Abhishek essentially, he did not get full funding. He did not get such top admits. You see the difference that research papers can cause in your profile. Even if you have a low CGPA, you just show a little bit of research, 3-4 research papers, and you see you sort of almost hit the ball out of the stadium essentially. You get a massive boost over here. Full funding at one of the best universities over here, York University over here. Of course, you can connect with them over here. You can chat with them and everything. But at the end of the day, these are just some of the cases that show you that it's possible. Now, if you guys feel that you need to connect with me personally and you want me to tell you what kind of university your profile can target, specifically, I'm more than happy to do it. You can connect with me on WhatsApp. The link is in the description. You can also message me on Instagram. My Instagram page is here as well, of course. And we're putting a lot of work into this. We built the website. We have the admission statistics. We have a lot of things over here. You can actually chat with the previously admitted students. You can go onto their decisions page, go onto their profiles. You can message them. So all of these things are there for you guys only. Yeah. Just make sure that, you utilize these facilities. These are free. Go ahead, sign up on YMGrad.com. And thank you so much for attending this video. Goodbye and take care.